guys, Chelsea Murray here with Positive Futures Dog Training and Behavior, joined with Milo, who is a very young Golden Retriever puppy. And today we are going to talk about jumping up, okay? Now everything that we're doing is with the puppy here, but please remember that this is also applicable to adult dogs. Lots of our clients have adult dogs that are even 5 years old that they still have problems with the dogs jumping up on counters, jumping up on people. So today we are going to talk about some ways that you can work with your dog to help resolve that problem. So let's first talk about why dogs like to jump up, okay? Jumping is a normal dog behavior, okay? But it can be undesirable for some people. Dogs are very opportunistic, they're very curious. So if they see something that they want, like a bowl of food up on the countertops, they're gonna try to jump up and get it, right? They might go up for human food, they might go up for dog food or toys. They might even go up and grab car keys or a wallet, okay? Things that we might not think are interesting to them, but it has value for dogs. So they jump up to try to get those objects. So what we need to do as people is think to ourselves, what are you doing, jumping up? What do I want you to be doing instead? And we need to teach a non-compatible behavior that a dog can do instead of jumping up on counters, jumping up on people. So one option is to teach a dog to sit. Okay, I really like to teach 4 on the floor because I don't really care if they're sitting or standing or laying down, but I do care if they are on the ground. So I say 4 on the floor counts, and I can reinforce all of those behaviors instead of jumping up. So what we've done here, I have a bowl of his lunch, and you can see he just woke up from a nap and is very eager to begin working and to eat his lunch. So I've placed it on the countertop. Now I want to make sure that I place it far enough in that if he jumps up, he can't get the object, right? Because if he jumps up and he gets his bowl of food, well, that would reinforce the jumping. So we place it far enough back that it's out of his reach, and what I'm doing is I'm clicking and treating a non-compatible behavior. I'm teaching him what I do want, okay? Which is 4 on the floor. Now anytime he jumps up on me, jumps up on the counter, I'm ignoring him. I'm not giving him any kind of reinforcement or acknowledgement of that. And what I am paying him for is a sit, a down, a stand, and quiet. Because those are behaviors I do want, okay? So you can place anything that you want up on the counters to practice this exercise with. Again, the key is making sure that it's pushed far enough back that they can't reach it. Once they do well, mix it up. Change the item that's on the counter, change where you are in the kitchen. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm gonna toss a treat away so that Milo has to move. And we're gonna come and place it here. And I'm immediately gonna start clicking and treating him for staying on the ground. Good job. Very good. All right, we can move around the kitchen. You can certainly practice this while you're cooking. You've got a cutting board up here. Place something that is safe for dogs to have, like some carrots or a little bit of cheese or chicken on your cutting board so that while you're prepping food, while you're cooking, you can also reinforce your dog for this behavior. Okay, and again, this is just 4 on the floor in the kitchen. Anything except for jumping gets paid, okay? That is one way that you can work with your dog. Now, one last piece of advice for you guys here. If this is a brand new skill for your dog, you have a party of people over, you are cooking something really nice where your kitchen might not be super clean, or life gets in the way and your house is a little bit messy, it happens to all of us, I recommend management. Okay, so whenever we're working on teaching a dog a new behavior, we want to make sure that we're setting them up for success. And that means that they don't have the opportunity to practice the behavior unattended, okay? I don't want him accidentally jumping up on the table and stealing food because then that behavior gets reinforced and it makes it harder to get rid of. I don't want them jumping up on the counter and grabbing a towel and learning that the game of keep away is super fun, right? Because then I've got a dog that is always looking on the countertops. So while they are learning, I really want to make sure that I'm using management. This crate is management, an X pen is management, a tether is management. You can baby gate off your kitchen. If you are unable to supervise your dog and work with them to teach them what you do want instead, then you need to be using management to help prevent them from having access to the counters, having access to the table. That way, the only time that they're in that environment, they're learning what we want instead, which is settle on a mat or 4 on the floor. That way you're not accidentally increasing the likelihood of them jumping on the counters, and you're only giving them opportunities to learn what we do want instead. Now I know that with our open floor plans, a lot of us don't have the ability to baby gate. So don't be afraid to give them a frozen Kong and put them in a crate while you are working on cleaning or while you are away from them. This way they're not learning that jumping up is fun, and you can be successful teaching them that the settle mat and 4 on the floor is a better place to be. All right guys, thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Happy clicking. Let's get those dogs on the ground.